Valor Equity Partners, SpaceX board member as well, Antonio Gracias. David Faber's back with us as well for the conversation. Antonio, we're thrilled to have you today. I mean, I just want to start by asking what this moment means for you as someone who's basically been there since the beginning.
It's truly extraordinary, Sarah. Thank you. Grateful to be here with you. Thank you for having me. And yeah, it's just amazing to be here, with the team, and see the extraordinary energy of all the people who worked so hard for so many years to make this happen. It's a tremendous milestone, and I'm feeling a lot of gratitude.
Well, I guess one question people will be wondering is what you'll do with your, nearly 7% stake, which is set to be worth at least $70 billion here, I think.
Well, most of that's owned by the firm's clients. So we'll, in time, exercise future duties need to. I plan personally on holding my stake as long as I possibly can.
What is your vision for SpaceX, and how different is it than when you first got in, more than 20 years ago?
I mean, look, this is, think about it as some combination of owning the British East India Company as we colonize both the solar system and then on beyond, and the moon mission. I mean, think of all great technology that got developed from the moon mission, right? Your cell phone is an example. I think it's one of the most consequential companies in human history, and we're going to see how it all plays out. I'm very curious.
Yeah, I mean, what has to sort of go right? Because for investors, there are a lot of different businesses here, from Starlink to launch in space, as you said, to the AI company, which some are most enthusiastic about. How do they all work together?
Look, we have 20,000 people here. They're some of the best engineers in the world. And what we're building is building the entire stack from energy to compute to launch to orbital compute. So think about this as one integrated system to really move us up the Cartesian scale, as Elon says, so we can expand civilization and survive multiplanetary as well as build artificial intelligence. So it's really building the future. Think about this. What investors are buying today, we've been buying for really 20 years, is the ability to help make the future, is being part of this extraordinary company.
Antonio, you're going to be, you are a board member now of one of the largest public companies in the world. I'm just curious as to how you see your responsibility, whether it changes at all, obviously, given your long history with Mr. Musk as well.
Look, we're fiduciaries as shareholders, and I think the shareholders will be very pleased. This company's going to create value over a long period of time, exceptionally well. So, yeah, I think about it as being a good steward of capital, as I do for my funds, and I've done for other public company boards I've sat on.
As somebody who's also been an investor in Tesla, and I know Elon has given voice to this in some ways, do you believe there's a union that makes sense between SpaceX and Tesla at some point in the future?
This is way above my pay grade. I wouldn't want to comment on that. That's really for the management team here to think about and for us to think about in the future.
All right. Well, speaking of the future, we've been talking a lot this morning about SpaceX's future in terms of the total addressable market that it sees, some $28.5 trillion. Most of that made up by $22.7 trillion in the total addressable market for enterprise applications for AI. And I'm just curious to get your thoughts about how you see the evolution of the company meeting that potential goal, at least, or opportunity.
Look, you're seeing us today begin to sell compute. We build the best, most coherent large clusters of compute in the world, the best supercomputers in the world. And lots of enterprise clients want to buy that compute now. And then over time, as our models develop and we develop our own AI systems, you'll see us integrate forward into the application layer even more than we are today. We have real-time data from XAI, and we're truth-seeking AI. And it's important to remember that the models are imbued with the values of the creators, and we are the only truth-seeking AI in the world. So I believe that over time we'll take more and more share because people want the truth. They want real-time data and the truth. The thing about it is integrating from energy to compute forward to applications. That is our plan, ultimately to end up with orbital compute as well.
Antonio, when you think about the building blocks of all of this that are going to eventually be investment opportunities, not by name, but by category, can you talk about what areas are most interesting to you?
In terms of the application layer or the overall
anything
value
that's
chain?
that it's going to take to make this happen over the long term?
Look, I think all of it. I think you begin with energy, the utilization of energy, using that well, power. and then move into compute, the way we utilize compute, build our data centers, build the entire system networking. Coherence matters a lot. I think people undervalue that. They don't understand that not all compute is the same, and we build the best, most coherent clusters of supercomputing in the world. You then go to orbital compute and launch. Obviously, if you have free power and your launch costs are low enough, you'll have very low cost and very efficient compute in orbit. So that's sort of what we see today. Starship enables all this. But what's been amazing about this team in the last 20 years is most of the stuff you see today, that's Starlink, Starship, these things were not imagined 10 years ago. This team's extraordinary at actually finding the next thing, doing whatever's required to meet the overall mission of making humanity multiplanetary and bringing artificial intelligence to reality in a truth-seeking way. So I'm excited. I'm super curious to see what happens next and what they will find and what they will build. And all the things are required as we go from Earth to Moon to Mars and beyond. It's sort of hard to even think about how big these markets are and what this company will achieve.